What is going on, guys? DBG here. In this video we're going to be doing the evolution of cheese from NBA 2K13 to NBA 2K18 MyTEAM. So not all this footage is mine, so any footage that isn't I will link in the description. I'm not going to be doing, say, things like zigzag and 3-point cheese because they are in every 2K game and they will continue to be in every 2K game because with the way basketball games are made, they are two things that cannot be fixed. And before we get into the main part of this video, if you guys want to win a free copy of NBA 2K19, the 20th anniversary edition, I'm going to be giving away 2 copies, one on my own Twitter, one on the MTR Twitter. A link to that will be in the description. Well, a link to both the Twitters will be in the description. And the pin tweet on each of these Twitters will have the instructions for entering the giveaway. So anyway, yeah, we're giving away 2 free copies of 2K19, 20th anniversary edition. And anyway, now let's get on to the video. So NBA 2K13 had a lot of cheese. The fadeaway 3 cheese with Curry, the Robert Pack dunking every single time cheese, Gerald Green cheese, but basically what was by far the biggest cheese move in NBA 2K13, in the game in general, but especially in my team, was the EUROSTEP Acrobat 3-point shot. So at the start of the year, you could hit EUROSTEP step back threes with basically any player. It's the only video I can see of it being shot consistently. But towards the end of the year, they seemed to patch it so that you couldn't do it with every player. However, if you put an Acrobat badge on a player, they still hit them nearly every time. It did not matter how much there was a contest, they still were hitting these EUROSTEP step back threes, which was absolutely nuts. This was without doubt the biggest cheese move in the game, and probably the most unstoppable way of playing 2K in history. And the funniest thing is that not a lot of people did it. Like, I think in all the time I played 2K13 my team, I played against 2 guys maybe that were EUROSTEP 3-point shooters. And it's mad that however much cheese there was in the game, there was so much more opportunity for cheese, but a lot less of it was used than is used now. Like, if this glitch was in the game right now, every single person would be using it every single game. However, for some reason, I think I maybe played once, twice out of 100 games against a guy who used this cheese, which is actually crazy because you'd expect a shot that almost goes in 100% of the time, no matter what the defense does, people to be doing it every possession. But surprisingly, they didn't. But it was the most unstoppable shot in the game, so we have to put it on this list. In 2K14 is one that's probably going to go a little bit under the radar. A lot of people probably won't remember this glitch, but in my opinion, this was by far the biggest glitch in the game and the one that made the most difference in game. This is the way I got into the top seed and road to the playoffs. Looking back at it, I feel bad about it, but this genuinely was the way I got into the top seed. And the way I did it was by the duplicate player glitch. So basically, if you guys don't remember in this game, there was like 5 different versions of Michael Jordan. I think 4 of them were 99 overalls, and they were all the best cards in the game because he had the best release in the game. There was also a couple of Kevin Durant's, the Sapphire one for getting to a C2 and road to the playoffs, and there was also a Diamond one which was leaked about 5 times, and if you kept up with Reddit, you kept up on with 2K YouTubers and stuff on Twitter, you'd be able to get that card. And then there was the regular Kevin Durant, which was barely worse. So all of a sudden you'd be playing, like I literally used in 2K14, I used to use Hakeem at the center, Michael Jordan at the 1, Michael Jordan at the 2, Kevin Durant at the 3, I used LeBron at the 4, or Kevin Durant at the 4, LeBron at the 3, and then I used like Hakeem at the 5. Then off the bench, I was using Michael Jordan, another Michael Jordan, so Michael Jordan at the 1, the 2. Then suddenly at the 3, I was using Kevin Durant again. And then I can't remember who I used the 4 or the 5. But basically, Kevin Durant, Michael Jordan, I used 2 Kevin Durants and 4 Michael Jordans in my squad to get through the road to the playoffs. And that was just the craziest thing. It's like, as you can see from this video, the duplicate lineup actually used to save from this glitch. And what's a glitch that not a lot of people probably talk about, that not a lot of people would have done back in the day. Again, like it wasn't that common to come up against a duplicate squad or 2-3 versions of Michael Jordan on the same team. However, I know for a fact it was the thing I abused the most. And obviously there was zigzag cheese, there was 3-point cheese, but there's no, like, that's going to be cheese in every single 2K game. Trust me, like, no matter what any 2K game does, any NBA Live game does, they won't fix zigzag, and they won't fix 3-pointers because it's just worth more points. But yeah, the duplicate player cheese, in my opinion, was the worst thing in NBA 2K14, and it was just the most crazy thing. Well, it was not the overpowered thing, and it was the thing that I used to basically get me through it, and it worked really well. But I'd say it frustrated every single opponent I played against. In 2K15, there was a lot of cheese, but the biggest cheese was 2 plays. They were both the same play, but called 2 different things. 63 fist and Horns 91 fist. Basically, The way this play was run in 2K15, the way the game was, you either had an open 3 or an open layup. Like literally every single time you had one of the two. They basically set you a triple screen, and with the way you were able to finish layups with ease, with the way, especially in patch 4, that contested shots went in at such a high rate, it basically was the most unguardable thing ever. Now obviously if you spammed it, teams could probably run it, teams could probably stop it. If you played zone, you could probably stop it. But like as far as man plays go, this was the most overpowered play in the history of the game. There was a reason, like I think Horn's 91 Fist was in the Brooklyn Nets playbook, 63 Fist was in the Heat playbook, and well, they wrote literally the same thing. But I think the Brooklyn Nets playbook, I remember paying 20k for it. Like 20k for silver playbook just for this one play. I think the Heat one was like 30k, something along those lines. Like for literally one play, it would cost that much. But like you get something open every time. You either have to get a switch and get a big man inside, and big man can actually score inside. And if you didn't get a switch, you got an open 3-pointer and an open layup. This play was literally unstoppable in 2K15. NBA 2K16 was a bit of a weird one. Like the thing with 2K16 was I couldn't find any specific cheese moves. Obviously, zigzag is always going to be a problem in any 2K game. 3-point cheesing is going to be a problem in any 2K game. Pause cheesing is going to be a problem, but like I'm not going to talk about them in this video. Like 2K16, from what I've seen, from what I remember playing, there was nothing absolutely broken in the game. To an extent, limitless range Curry was broken, but like it was only really broken in the cards that were quite expensive. That was like one card just being really good. So I'm not going to call that like anything that's broken, because I think I only played against the 99 Curry once or twice that year. So from what I remember, there was nothing completely broken in 2K16. Like obviously there was a lot of flawed game mechanics, but I mean like there was nothing that was just unstoppable in the game. There was nothing that you couldn't do anything to stop. And maybe I'm wrong. Leave in the description if you guys, sorry, leave in the comment section if you guys have anything you think was unstoppable in the game. But I've done a lot of research. I've looked for what people thought was cheese, and it's just the normal things like zigzag, 3-point cheesing. And the reason why I'm not going to talk about them in the video, as I said, there is, with the way basketball games are, no matter what you do, there is no way to prevent zigzag, there's no way to prevent 3-point cheesing. So yeah, 2K16 definitely has the least cheese of any of the my teams we've had so far. Hopefully 2K19 is better, but I doubt it. NBA 2K17 was without doubt 5 out. The tactic that, I'm not going to say was invented by TJ, but was basically popularized by him. I remember he went and blew me out by 40 at the start of the year, and I started playing 5 out and basically just proceeded to destroy everybody until people found out about 5 out. But yeah, so it was basically, it was guardable, but it was the biggest cheese tactic in the game. In 2K17, the zone could definitely prevent 5 out. The zone could 100% stop 5 out. So 2-3 zone basically meant the 5 out was useless. But at the start of the game, people didn't realize that if you ran 5 out against them, you would win every single game. I think I went on like a 30-game winning streak once I figured out how to run 5 out. And because it was the first year of them giving post players and centers especially inflated 3-point ratings, it just meant that it was so cheese that all you had to do was basically run 5 out, drive in, and you either had a layup, or you could just kick to a shooter every single time. And with the really high ratings they gave all these shooters, it meant that you could literally shoot 75-80%, especially at the start of the year, and people didn't realize it. Obviously, as I said, there was ways to counter it. The fact that the game was on Superstar as well in MyTEAM Online meant that it wasn't as overpowered as it is right now, but it was still the most cheese tactic to use in 2K17. NBA 2K18, of course, was still 5 out because they just inflated everyone's ratings, but it just became ultra 5 out. As in, like, it became stop-start. It just became just basically breaking the game. Glitchy dribble moves, the snatchback animation was really overpowered. Dribble moves like that were really overpowered. On-ball defense just could not stop 5 out in this game. And it basically just, I think it was equally as overpowered as 2K17. I just think that people playing it an extra year, they found out more ways to basically break the game using 5 out. And it got to the stage where there was such a little of a skill gap because of how easy it was to manipulate the game to basically break it using 5 out, that the stop-start tactic, the snatchbacks, the blow-by animations just meant that 5 out was almost unstoppable in this game, especially when they released a lot of really high rated cards. So while the overall like idea of it is the same, like you're using the same tactics as in 2K17, people just became far more used to playing 5 out, and people found out how to exploit it even more this year. So it became even more cheese this year in NBA 2K18. So anyway, that's the video, and basically this is what I believe was the biggest cheese move in biggest type of cheese in every single version of the game. So anyway, if you guys have any other ideas for videos based on like the history of my team and stuff, because there's not much that I can do and I don't really want to play NBA 2K18 anymore, until obviously the day before 2K19 comes out, when I'm going to be doing the 1 game per year. But yeah, leave in the comments if you've got any ideas. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.